I'd like to share with you if you're thinking about buying a home and this home is located in a homeowners association, the four advantages and four disadvantages of living in a community that has an HOA. I'll focus first on the advantages. And number one, it has to do with stable property values. It does help to live in an area where it's an HOA and it's well managed, etc. It does tend to help that property values, or at least are stable. So that's something positive. Another aspect that's positive is the common areas and the benefits that you have. You'll probably have a swimming pool that the community is able to use, basketball court, tennis courts, etc. Some even have gyms that are available for the residents as a benefit. And all those areas are maintained by the association. So as far as maintenance, you as the owner get the benefit of using them, but the maintenance is basically done by a management company, which is great. Conflict resolution is another benefit of living in an HOA. A lot of times one can have misunderstandings with a neighbor, etc., about noisy neighbors or neighbors that are not keeping up their yard, etc. You don't have to go tell them yourself. Perhaps the association will do that job for you. So they act as a conflict or as a mediator in those instances. And the fourth positive aspect has to do with improved quality of life. Usually these areas are very nice to live in, clean. So improved quality of life basically is number four. Now we're going to discuss the disadvantages. The disadvantages of living in a homeowner association or a property that's located inside a homeowners association are the mandatory fees. Yeah, you have to pay, whether it be monthly, every 3 months, etc. These are obligatory, so you must pay these fees. If you don't, depending what state you live in, some associations have plenty of power to even put a lien against the home or even start or initiate a foreclosure process. So be aware of that. Another aspect that people don't like could be restrictive rules, meaning that you cannot paint your home on the outside the color that you choose. You have to go with what's allowed by the association. Or if you want to do a balcony or a deck, etc., it has to comply with the style within what's allowed within the community. So that's kind of restrictive, and some people don't like that. Another one could be, another aspect that could be negative is lack of personal freedom. And this has to do basically with, for instance, you not being able to run a home-based business out of your home. That may not be allowed because the association prohibits that. Or the number of pets that you could have, or the type of pet you could have. Even the weight of a pet could be something negative within an association that people don't like to be restricted to. And for folks that work, for instance, for a company, and that company allows you to drive the vehicle, like a van, let's just say, and the van has logos outside, you cannot park those within your association or within, even though it's your own driveway, etc., it's not allowed. So that's kind of restrictive as far as lack of personal freedom. And lastly, another negative aspect can be poor HOA management. The administration that runs this could be poorly managed. And that's very noticeable when you drive into a community that's an HOA, because you will see that people are not keeping up with their yards. There's garbage outside. People are parking wherever they like, etc. So it makes it, if the association is not run well, that's a negative aspect of living in one of these communities. But at the end of the day, you decide. You decide if you want to live within this community or not, or if you want to purchase in a community that has an HOA. So ultimately, buyer beware or buyer be informed. You choose.